Right.
Woo! Got some shot power.
Right. This stick is a joke. We know, Timmy. Beer League bums, the FT6 Pro finally dropping this review. It has been a while, but this came within 0.5 on my stick tier list for dethroning the original LX Pro. And man, is this a stick, 17.5 out of 20. And it is now the second best stick on the market. And of course, moving forward, as the LX Pro is discontinued and replaced by the LX2 Pro, this is the stick to beat right now. And I'm going to tell you why. Stick around.
All right, guys. Justin, aka Boomer, Beer League Bum Hockey Reviews. I've been rocking the FT6 Pro for about 10 games now. Quite a durable stick, especially with the new weight. So we're going to still run it through the usual testing, though, and give you all my ratings, etc., of the actual shot, release, durability, feel, weight, and balance. So we'll also have some game footage in there because I've been using this for a while. I've been really enjoying it.
So first and foremost, thank you for the comments on the 9x3 video, and thank you for watching that. I'm hoping I saved you almost $400 by not picking up a stick that will break within 10 shots. Interesting enough, I had a lot of people DM me on Instagram after seeing my video, and they had actually purchased the stick, and unfortunately, it fell apart for them as well. So we've got some manufacturing defects on the 9x3, but great news is the FT6 Pro is super durable. So thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you watching it. I love the comments and I love the support. Let's get into it. And I have a lot of new subscribers, so if this is kind of your first video that's new for you, I just wanted to go over a couple things about what I am about and what Beer League Bum Hockey is about. I test sticks, I test gear for a long period of time. I take this seriously because I love hockey gear. I love beer league hockey. I'm 40 years old and I've been a gear nut for 20 years. So this is what I do now. It's a blast, but I need you guys to understand something is that I test this stuff for a long period of time. So when it came to the FT6 Pro, I decided I was going to run this for the entire summer season, 14 games and a bunch of drop-ins just to see if the really 364 grams was going to be durable or not.
Hey! I'm a really good skater, little girl! Watch! You might learn something! I'm taking this one.
So first things first, Beer League Bum Hockey, I test gear for long periods of time. I do not go on an ice time for 6 minutes, take some shots with this stick, and then do a review. It's just not happening. Hockey tutorship! Unless, of course, it blows up like the 9x3. Other than that, that's why this review has taken me a little bit of time to release. Sorry about that. Crew! Hockey reviews! I missed a couple. Really allergic to bullshit. Hockey train! That bullshit gets me every time. Whew. One thing nobody does that I do is stick durability. I want to make sure that beer leaguers who are spending their hard-earned cash have a durable enough stick versus performance. You can go watch my myth of top stick durability anytime, but generally speaking, there's a minimum performance factor and a minimum durability factor. I always like to test durability on top-end sticks so I can give you the best feedback and you get the best bang for your buck. Nobody else does this, and there's a reason, because if they talk about durability when they're getting stuff for free and they go blow up a stick right away, it's not going to go well for them. I also test sticks in real games, and I use the footage in real games because you cannot test sticks in your basement on a shooting pad 10 feet from the net. You can't wire one-timers from the goal line and pretend that that's testing a stick for shooting. I use it in a real game against real opponents in my style of game to determine if shooting is good, if release is good, is feel, weight, and balance good, and does durability work. That's all game footage. That's why I include it. So first thing I want to say about the JetSpeed line and hybrid sticks in general is I think hybrid kick sticks are now coming back, and they are the wave of the future in terms of performance, especially for us beer leaguers. They just provide so much bang for your buck in shot power and release and just versatility. And yes, it says versatility on this stick, but the JetSpeed line, the TMP Pro, which is also a hybrid, and now Sherwood has a new stick that's also a low kick hybrid, kind of similar to the original APX sticks from Bauer. I think hybrid is making the comeback, and I think more companies are going to do hybrid sticks because they just perform that much better. CCM has been tweaking the JetSpeed line since the FT3. The FT2 was heavy, it was an okay stick, but jumping to the FT3 was the first time CCM decided to be like, nah, we can take this to another level. The FT3 was an insanely amazing stick, 385 grams, amazing shot power, brutal durability issues. They didn't quite have it. Go to the FT4, slightly heavier, but not much. Insane shot power, insane release, durability issues at the kick point. Always breaking in between the two. FT5 was finally CCM's answer to the durability issues they were having on the AS3s, the Trigger 5s, and the FT3 and FT4. The FT5, though, was a little bit too heavy. And I think they went and swung all in the other direction and went with the heavy, 400-gram stick because they were like, man, we're busting sticks all the time. We need at least a durable enough stick. By making it heavier in that 400-gram range, the FT5 backed off shot power and release just a little bit. And now here we are. We've got the massive hybrid baby of the FT3, 4, and 5 in the new 6. By bringing all of those together, CCM has finally showed that they can take their past and continue to tweak it and take the best of everything and make the best possible stick that they could do. They have the FT3's amazing shot power and release and weight. They have the FT4's amazing shot power and release. Now they have the durability, but then they also threw in better grip. You've got textile across it and a 365-gram lightness with durability of the FT5 thrown in there, and this thing is fire. Now, CCM has a habit of going performance, back off, performance, back off. Let's hope that they take this formula and move forward in this 365 range with all their sticks and continue to tweak and make the improvements that they need and take the good and remove the bad from all their lines as they develop more and more. The FT7, if that's what it's going to be, I'm hoping does not go back to like a 400-gram or something and they try and tweak too much here. Let's see what takes place, but right now, let's dive into the full on-ice review of the FT6 Pro. So shooting on the FT6 is all about recoil. And stick recoil is how much you get for what you put into the stick. There's a couple of sticks on the market right now, the FT6, the LX Pro, Original, OG, TMP Pro, Agent. There's a few of them that give you better recoil than what you actually put into the stick. And then there's a number of sticks. The reason that I usually rank shot power low is because you have to put a lot into the stick and you actually seem like you actually get little in return. The Hazardous PX was kind of one of those examples. So the shooting on the FT6 is probably one of the top in the current stick tier list because you don't have to put much into it, especially in the lower flexes, which is important, 65, 70, 75. You don't have to put really anything into your shot and it just goes. So when it comes to shot power, the FT6 is really unmatched in all shots, 5 out of 5. And really, other than the OG LX Pro, I haven't really tested anything that has this kind of shot power.
All right, let's hit up some release. The hybrid, I really like the release on the hybrids. I wish more companies made them, considering that it is a nice low kick, mid kick, in between in terms of release. Not super slow, but not super fast. Let's just run through a release here. A couple wristers, snapshots.
FT6 is kind of about power again. The recoil and the amount of speed and power that you get behind your shot on a quick release shot, quick snapper, toe drag release, Connor Bernard wrist shot, all those types of things. The amount of power that you have on those shots is also indicative of the quickness that it comes off of. So it's a 4 and a 5 only because there's some sticks out there like the Trigger and Agent that are just slightly better. But in terms of power, I don't think it's really matched. I mean, on that one shot at the end of the shot power montage on the game, which is a little snapshot, I mean, you can't argue that release, especially so close to the goalie. You're just going to score. And that's just how the FT6 is. So if you're looking for like a release in a kind of trigger type way or agent, but you also want power on all your other shots, that's why the hybrid is so good. It's so versatile in everything that you do. I'll do a quick release, I'll do a one-timer, I'll do a big slap shot, I'll do a dragging wrist shot, I'll do an off leg, off wing shot. It doesn't matter, the release is just so good. And that's what makes an FT6 Pro kind of the top tier is, yeah, you got shot power 5 out of 5, but you can't argue the release on this thing.
On the FT6, interesting enough, I actually don't really like the blade that much. And the reason is I've actually missed shot a number of times when I have the puck here and I'm doing my drag wrister. I lose the feel on the blade. It's kind of a JetSpeed thing. I didn't have as big of a problem with it before, but they're saying this is the lightest blade ever. And at 360 grams, I can kind of tell. And as soon as you're stick handling, you lose track of the puck on the blade. And then as soon as you do those dragging wrist shots, I miss actually a lot. Of course, the shot power release is excellent, but if the blade is not in contact with the puck, and you think it is, you're gonna miss a lot of the times. What I was doing with the FT6 a lot was doing this. Because I wasn't releasing from the toe 3/4 of the blade, unfortunately. So feel, weight, and balance, not quite as good.
When I say feel, weight, and balance is not quite as good, but still right at 4.5 out of 5, what I'm getting at here is that the blade is very pingy and it actually is very light and has not a lot of feel. And when you compare like kind of blade feel, etc., I've never been really like a huge advocate of like that really matters, but you can really tell when you have like a Nexus Sync or a True Stick, they have pretty good blade feel. So, CCM doesn't really go that route, and it's something that you notice. So like when I first picked up the FT6 earlier in this season, I actually missed shot all over the place because I was struggling with the lightness of the blade. But I kind of got used to it after a while, and then it wasn't as big of a deal. So it's just one of those things you kind of got to let go for the rest of the performance of the stick. Now here's the caveat. It has amazing grip. It has textile. It's really well balanced. It's 360 something grams. So the reason that's 4.5 out of 5 is because those things are so good about it. And when we get into durability here in relation to the weight and the feel and the balance, it's pretty much unmatched at this point. So 4.5 out of 5, and you're only going to notice that the blade feel might not be kind of what you're looking for, but it's kind of a necessary evil when you're in that weight range and based on the shot power release.
Ready? Good. I must say, I'm impressed with the durability of the FT6. I know some people are going to break them here and there, but I'll throw the true 9X3 in there just for fun to see the differences in durability between, say, CCM's new offerings and their new generation versus like True right now, it's night and day. Durability, quite good on the FT6.
17.5 out of 20, second ranked stick all time, just behind the original LX Pro. And with that being discontinued eventually, and we're not sure if the LX2 is going to replace that or not, it's not. The FT6 Pro will probably be the number one stick. And what is the end result of this? What is this stick for? Who is it for? What does it do? The final thoughts are really this simple. It's a very durable top-end stick with one of the best weights versus durability and performance in the game right now. It has amazing grip. It has excellent shot power and release. And honestly, anybody would benefit from using this stick. And that's kind of the difference, is because it's a hybrid, is it works for all players. And at the end of the day, if you're a beer leaguer, a high-end player, it will make you better based on your skill level. So if you're just an average beer leaguer, it's still going to bring your shot to the next level. It's still going to bring your release to the next level. And if you're a college kid or a pro or whatever it might be, I doubt any of you watch these videos, but it's going to even amplify your shot even more. So this is the type of stick that comes around once in a while that just has it all. And that's why it's the second ranked stick there is. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time.